Super Draco here, and welcome to Why, the show where I don't always have an answer to that question. And today we are building a Rokr wooden mechanical treasure box. This is my first foray into wood. Um, I've done those little slide the little glider together kind of stuff, but not actual wood. So this is an interesting one. So, part of this that intrigued me is that you build a clockwork combination lock that goes on the front of this. I mean, it's just a little wood box, honestly. Who are you really going to keep out of this thing? But either way, I thought it would be cool. Now, I'm not going to share the combination with you. Okay, so I don't know what that random noise clip was, but we're going to ignore that and keep going. Like I said, I'm not going to tell you what I've chosen for the combination, but basically how you assemble this is determined on the combination you picked. So yeah, much to my surprise, this included everything you needed. It included a piece of sandpaper, not a very high grit, so it really cleaned up fast, but not pretty. It included a piece of wax, and it also included a couple of rubber bands for the lock. So, right off the bat, this is one of them things where if you look at the preview short and you look, this is a level 4 out of level 5 difficulty. So leave it to me to see this on Black Friday, buy one of the harder levels, and then forget about it until I just accidentally find it. And then it's one of the harder ones you can start with. But we get there. So I'm trying something new with these upcoming episodes of Why. First up, I'm trying to keep the length short to about 15 to 20 minutes each, as opposed to 30 and 45 minutes like with the Lego builds. I'm going to keep the format the same, where I'm just going to ramble. I'm going to talk about various things. And I'm going to sniffle because allergies. Literally, there's a green stripes in my driveway from the pollen. So here I am. I'm just waxing the edge of this. The instructions are very good about telling you to wax certain portions, and although that's not a big piece of wax, it was more than enough to probably do the whole thing twice over, and I'm being very generous with the wax. Now, I thought punching this out would be a lot more difficult, but really, as you can see, I'm able to punch the pieces with my bare fingers. Now, I do have a scalpel on hand, just in case I can't punch it good with my fingers. For the sanding, you don't want to sand too much, otherwise you're changing the shape of the parts. So as you can see, I check with my finger to see if it's smooth. If it's smooth enough that I don't feel the edge, then I'm going to go with it. Anyway, so back to what I was talking about. So for these next few episodes of Why, I'm just going to, like I normally do, I'm going to talk to y'all. So first thing I'm going to do is, why do I have so many windows open? Stupid ads. So I'm going to go over to my channel dashboard, and I'm going to shout out the subscribers whose names are public. So let's see. The newest ones I'm seeing are Doug Richardson and Geo1234. I think I might have shouted you out before, Geo, but if I didn't, here it is now, and if I did, well, we're doing it again. So, either way, those are the only public subscribers I can see. So, welcome. I hope you enjoy the content. So we're at 78 subscribers. Now, the next Dragon's Den giveaway or raid on the Dragon's Den will be at 100 subs. And just for those new, I'm Super Draco, which, I'm not gonna lie, is the name of a rocket engine. But before that, I was just Draco, you know, because I had a thing for dragons when I was younger, and it just kind of stuck with my usernames. So when we raid the Dragon's Den, that's just my way of saying I'm going to do a giveaway to the subscribers. Now the last one was kind of a mess, so I'm going to work on new rules for that. So in the meanwhile, switching back just to see what's going on in the video, I'm just appear to be waxing another disc. It came out wrong, but we're going to go with it. You know, not a lot to say about this yet. We're just starting basically the prep for the combination lock. Now, the kit itself is very generous with extra pieces, so if you break something, a lot of the pieces do have spares. There are a few that don't. Now, I did have a bottle of Gorilla Wood Glue on hand in case I had a major breakage, which there are a few breakages in this build because, as I do with Y, I always build the thing and then I narrate after the fact. I usually do that with the Bismarck as well, but not always. So, channel news. IXO Collections, I believe, bought the Ecto one from Eagle Moss, and then I don't know if Fanholm is part of IXO or they sold it to them, but either way, they're going to be handling Ecto 1. So when income tax time rolls around, I'm going to re-up my subscription for Ecto 1. So in a month or two, we'll have videos for that rolling again. Once Bismarck's finished, I'm going to use the Bismarck whatever is the completion club or whatever it is, and I'm going to roll right into Optimus Prime because that thing looks beautiful. I was going to do the Terminator, but given my affinity for Transformers, Optimus Prime seemed more apropos, as it would. Additional things. I'm trying to track down a model kit of Dan of Thursday from Gunsword or Gunx Sword, because I've been watching that and there's some weak spots in the show, but for the most part I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I mean, is it really a surprise I like mecha anime, given my love of giant robots, battleships, cars, and whatnot? Basically your entire mecha genre. I also love dogfighting and aircraft, but I don't do a lot of aircraft models just because I did those when I was younger and kind of burned down on them. Because aircraft, and at least real aircraft, I just noticed there was a lot of repetition. You know, your Mustangs, your Zeros, your Spitfires from World War II, F-14s, F-18s, A-10s, F-22s. And it just, for me, got very repetitive and I moved on. Now, that's not to say I won't, because I want to hunt down some of the Ace Combat kits of the fictional jets. Because again, I love mecha, and not just robot mecha. I love everything. I love dogfighting and whatnot. I mean, I love the movie Top Gun and the Top Gun Maverick, for example. Because what the? Okay, that was a weird bug I had editing. It was like my editing software bugged out and it went to a black screen. I couldn't see the video anymore. Anyway, so that's something I want to hunt down is especially the Falcon, because the Falcon, which was prominently featured in Ace Combat 5, 0, and I believe it was in 7. I love the design of that thing, and again, Transformer nerd, and I just love how it has that mild transformation gimmick for its tactical laser. And credit to Ace Combat for getting how tactical lasers would work for the most part correct, other than the beam being visible, but it'd be kind of hard gameplay wise to have the beam not visible. It's also just more dynamic to look at. So anyhow, so beyond that, I'm trying not to be one of them YouTubers that say, smash the like button. I shouldn't be a jerk. But I try not to do that because I like to be chill, but, what do you think of this new format? Should I keep it up, or should I go back to the old format where I do them super long and talk for maybe half of it until my voice gives out? Tell me in the comments. If you're watching my shorts but not the long videos, tell me what's missing from the long videos. If you're enjoying the content in general, let me know what I can do to improve it. I'm always up for improvement. As I say a lot, my goal for this channel is to have fun and enjoy what I'm doing. If I can get monetized in the process, I will. Because then I could just turn all that monetization back into the channel. Anyway, I think that about covers the channel updates. I wish BattleBots had more merch so I could do more videos talking about BattleBots, so I might discuss that I might talk about that in the commentary for the next episode. I might talk about this a little more. Again, if you want me to actually talk about the model itself as I'm building it, let me know. Generally for why, I just use it as a kind of ramble about anything show, but, let me know what y'all want. Because part of this is because it's fun, but y'all are the ones watching it and coming back, so let me know what I can do to improve it. And, this right here, to make sure you line up the pieces properly, they basically put the PlayStation controller icons on there. A circle, a cross, a square, and a triangle. And I thought that was kind of clever so you could make sure they're lined up. One thing I recommend to anyone who builds any of these, if you're having a problem getting parts to fit like this, don't be afraid to take your sandpaper and just sand some edges so it'll fit a little better. Because I found a few edges were so tight that it was breaking the pieces to force them together. And most of my breakages happened because I was forcing things well beyond what I should have. The other thing you can do is if it's not moving, stop and wax it even more. But we're about out of time for this one. So thanks for watching. Again, tell me what you think of the new format for this. Should I go back to the old way? Should I shut the heck up? Let me know. And yes, for those wondering, I do make an active effort not to swear in general, because I used to be foul mouthed. Anyhow, thanks for watching. I'll see you for part 2.